Smart energy requires people to interact with their energy in ways that they haven't before. And clearly that's going to work well for some people, but it's going to be challenging for other people. And we saw this last winter, so some people were earning money from demand shifting schemes, while other people were struggling to afford to heat their homes, coming off supply and visiting warm spaces. This isn't fair, as well as being not fair. We're not going to achieve the change that we need if huge parts of the population aren't participating. So to combat this, we need to see industry developing products that are inherently more fair, so they need to focus on fairness in developing products and services. They need to provide more standardised information so that people can understand if something's going to work for them and they can compare. And for advice organisations, we need to upskill so that we can help people to participate in this smart energy landscape. So we need to educate ourselves and our clients so that no one gets left behind.
The way that we think about and use energy is changing, and so we're adding to the support that our advisors offer so that they're able to support their clients to move with this transition and be part of the journey. At the moment, we use a lot more energy in the morning and the evening, and in order for us to keep up with this demand, we fire up gas power stations to make extra energy. But if we're going to rely more on renewable sources like solar panels and wind turbines, we need to start shifting our usage to when the sun's shining or the wind's blowing or when there's lower demand on the grid. And the way that the suppliers are going to encourage us to do this is by offering more time of use tariffs. And these are where it's cheaper to use energy when the sun's shining, the wind is blowing, or there's low demand, and more expensive when lots of people want to use their energy. There are a range of ways that people can try flexing their usage, and they don't all require much investment, so it can be really good for our clients to build familiarity and confidence with flexing their usage without taking too much risk. So we'll talk to the client and we'll find out about themselves and their circumstances, and we'll try and give them some advice which fits them. So it might be that their supplier offers demand flexibility events, and that's where the supplier will give them a set time and day, and if they can reduce their usage at that time, then they get a financial reward for it. Or we might suggest that somebody would really suit a smart plug, and that would allow them to turn on a device when they're not at home, or a smart heating controls which would allow them to turn off their heating when they're not at home, and that would obviously save money on their bills. We've found that it's worth taking the time to explain to our advisors what the changes are and why they're happening, so that they can understand how by giving smart energy advice they're not only contributing towards net zero, but they're also able to support their clients with more convenience and lower bills.